from Out of Nowhere Gaming here with John. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. 3 of my TEW 2020 AEW save. We're going to get right into the show, and then after we'll take a look at the creative meeting and some other things like that. And about had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Shawn Spears defeated Austin Gunn in 17-18 by pinfall with a tiebreaker, and that match was part of the TNT Championship Tournament. Spears had a 48, Gunn had a 43. The storyline advanced with the segment. I forgot to take Tully Blanchard off of Shawn Spears, but I'll remember to do that after this match. And then Austin Gunn. Well, I booked that wrong. Austin Gunn is down in the ring after the match, and Pac runs in and attacks, and he beats Gunn down. Absolutely ruthlessly beating down Austin Gunn. And then Adam Page and Kenny Omega are backstage having an interview, and they taunt the Lucha Brothers. In a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Luchasaurus defeated the Butcher in 13-22, when the Butcher submitted Luchasaurus, only for the previously unconscious referee to recover and reverse the decision because the Butcher had been disqualified. And that got a 43 rating, a 34 for Luchasaurus, and a 40 for the Butcher. And then the Butcher and the Blade attack Luchasaurus in the ring and leave him down and out. Connor and Victor are debuting here. Their new name is Anarchy and Chaos, and they attack Stronghearts backstage and leave them down and out. I can't have them wrestle for 5 days because Connor got injured on the AEW Dark. And about that had good heat and decent wrestling, Brody Lee beat Zack Ryder in 17-26 by pinfall with a pile driver. A 60 for Brody Lee, a 49 for Zack Ryder. A pretty vocal crowd. It didn't seem particularly thrilled with seeing Zack Ryder, which I don't really understand. I think he's pretty entertaining. Brody Lee finished his match against Zack Ryder in dominant fashion when Matt Hardy's music hits and he walks out on the stage and he begins to speak. Brody Lee, our vessels have met before, but we have both changed. You have become much like your former puppet master, the leader of Fireflies, and that is something that I cannot let happen here. He would have destroyed the entire landscape of the company that he was in if I hadn't deleted him, and now I fear that the same must be done to you. Therefore, I challenge you to a delete or die match. And Lee responds, I won't kill you, Matt, but I will give you a purpose that is beyond your 7 deities that you worship. I will give you unimaginable power. All you have to do is follow me. After Fighter Fest, I won't be deleted, but you will follow into a new era of destruction, unlike any you've seen before. And that got a 68 rating. Brody Lee clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. I don't. Matt Hardy struggled when going off script. I think that's kind of a inaccuracy, if that's a word. I'm pretty sure that's a word. And then in about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Adam Page and Kenny Omega defeated the Motor City Machine Guns in 17-20 when Hangman Page pinned Alex Shelley with the Adam's Apple. Kenny Omega carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. an 86 for Omega, a 70 for Page, 65 for Sabin, and a 61 for Shelley. Omega benefited from having a groundswell of public support, and it got a 74 segment rating overall. And then the Lucha Brothers attack Page and Omega in the ring. In a superb match, the Inner Circle, Jericho, Hager, and Sammy Guevara defeated Jon Moxley, Darby Allin, and Will Ospreay in 15:51 when Chris Jericho submitted Will Ospreay with the Walls of Jericho. Ospreay with an 82, Allin with an 80, Moxley with a 91, and 72 for Sammy Guevara, a 64 for Hager, and a 66 for Jericho, and a 79 overall for all of them. Moxley, Allin, and Ospreay all benefited from having a groundswell of public support. Pretty good. And then Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho brawl. They brawl backstage, up the ramp, just that kind of thing. Got an 80 rating. And then in a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Hikaru Shida and Crazy Mary Dobson defeated Nyla Rose and Deonna Purrazzo in 14:56 when Hikaru Shida pinned Deonna Purrazzo with a Tamashi no 3 count. A 48 for Crazy Mary Dobson, a 41 for Hikaru Shida, a 30 for Deonna Purrazzo, and a 39 for Nyla Rose. And it got a 40 overall. And so then we go into the main event of the night. In a decent match, the Young Bucks defeated Cato Brazil and Myron Reed in 1937 when Matt Jackson pinned Myron Reed with a Meltzer driver. Cato Brazil was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. Jackson with an 88, well, Nick Jackson with an 88, Matt with an 81, Myron with a 50, Cato Brazil with a 36. Cato Brazil and Myron Reed both debuted their gimmicks. Cato got very good and Myron got adequate. And that was a 65 rating. And then the reason I put the Young Bucks in this match is for this next segment right here. The Revolt attack the Young Bucks in the ring and leave them down and out. Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood debuted their tough guy gimmick. Cash got very good and Dax Harwood got a rating of poor. The performance of Matt was good. The performance of Nick was good. The announcing quality lifted the segment. The color commentary gave the segment a boost. The lack of anything interesting happening in the segment was a problem. I don't think. What does that mean? The lack of anything interesting happening in the segment. I want to know what that means now. I'm going to have to read into that. Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson both benefited from having a groundswell of public support. And that got a 47 segment rating. And now we're going to finish the show and see what we got overall. We got a 73 overall rating. This show increased our popularity in 17 regions, and Cato Brazil was used too much. I probably should have moved some of this stuff around, but I'll take that into account next time. I changed AEW Dynamite from a 2-hour show to a 3-hour show because of how many wrestlers I have. I just don't feel right having so many wrestlers and not booking like over half of them. Creative meeting. Franchise players Jericho, Omega, Cody, Moxley. Next big things Tony Storm, Darby Allin, Leo Rush, Sammy Guevara, and Jungle Boy. Hot prospects Storm, Rush, Tessa Blanchard, Darby Allin, and Ray Phoenix. Talk the Talk, Jericho, MJF, Cody, Jake Roberts, and Endo. Showstoppers, Omega, Jericho, Pentagon, Pac, and Hangman Page. Ring Generals, Omega, Skrull, Kazarian, Pac, and Daniels. Who's hot? We've got Omega, Pentagon, Phoenix, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. Who's not? Osprey, Havoc, Kazarian, TJ Perkins, and Sean Spears. And then our hidden gems, we've got Jake South, Nicole Matthews, Ricky Starks, Ross Von Erich, and Logan Creed. I'm going to make an offer to Jake South. I don't have the Chris. Dave and Jake Chris. I don't have them, but I have Sammy Callahan. Okay. I might try to do something with Sammy Callahan before too long. I'm not sure yet. I just have to be able to find something for him to do. And I made a dojo performance center type thing in the Southeast USA, just so that way I can get some new people coming in every so often. Um, let's go back to the tournament screen. So far, Sean Spears beat Austin Gunn, Darby Allin beat Jimmy Havoc, and Orange Cassidy beat Kip Sabian. On the next Dynamite, we have to have Guevara and Janela go 1-on-1. And then once that is over, we can go into the semifinals. Right now, we've got Spears and Allen going 1-on-1 in the semifinals. So facing Orange Cassidy is either going to be Sammy Guevara or Joey Janela. Um, let's take a look at our finance really quick. It looks like we are losing money, I think. Let's see backstage. Okay, the backstage rules are having a positive effect. That's good. I'm gonna take a look at broadcasters and see who else we can sign with. Hmm. I don't think that we can get a deal for Dynamite because of our deal with TNT unless we have it in a different area. Okay. Dynamite showing TNT in the USA, and then ITV4 are showing um I think the British Isles. Yeah, the British Isles. Let's see if we can get some more deals for Dynamite so that we can get more popularity in other parts of the world. Um, we're gonna try to get a. Never mind, they won't sign with us because the 3 hour Dynamite Mexico. Well, I would sign with DirecTV, it's just their coverage in the US would block out TNT. So I guess we're not going to be able to get any broadcasting deals for right now. If you have any ideas, anything you want me to do storyline wise, anything like that, leave a comment and I will look at it, and if I like it, I just might do it. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of my content if you enjoyed the video.